Como é que é, pessoal? Bem-vindos novamente à Undergrounds Voice ao vivo. Hoje tenho o prazer de receber aqui uma das melhores bandas de thrash metal, os WARBRINGER. And man, thank you so much for being here. Such an honor for me to meet you and to receive you here.
Thank you
At
so much.
Undergrounds Voice. I'm a huge fan of WARBRINGER, so it's awesome for me to meet you. Welcome.
Nice to meet you too, man.
Nice to meet you. Well, welcome back to Portugal.
Yeah.
What can you expect about tonight's show?
Well, judging by the crowd, it looks fantastic. And historically, we have had great shows in Portugal. It's been a very long time since we were here, and I think it's the first time, if I'm not wrong, that we played anywhere besides Lisbon. So I'm very the country is very beautiful around where you're driving. Very wonderful place. And one of the things I remember about Portugal. So one time it happened, our guitar player Adam Carroll had to go to the emergency room in Portugal, and we played the show with one guitar for Lisbon and Madrid. So I remember that, and we played the show, and the crowd was so good, it was good anyway. It was not the best show for us. And I remember one time I walked out into the city and went into this like bar, like tapas place with an old guy there, just an old man there, and I had some like kind of salty pork dish that I'd never tried that I thought was good. So those are some memories I have. And also just people banging their heads.
Great memories about Portugal.
Yeah.
Well, Red and Ruin was released in March, and it's easily one of the best albums of the year for me. It's a killer album, and it's awesome. Would you say that this is the album that really put WARBRINGER at the legendary modern thrash metal band?
Well, that's for other people to say. What I will say is that I think for modern or old school thrash, you have a hard time finding a band who has been as consistent for as long as we have. And I'm especially proud of the last 3 records, where I think we've reached kind of a very good level. And I'm happy that I think we've stayed there, and I'm going to try to stay delivering the high quality thrash as long as we can. Where other people rank us is for them to decide, but I'm very proud of our work, and that's all I can say.
Well, the album shows some new rhythms in your sound. We can see even a kind of melodic death elements, in my opinion.
Yes.
And there's a perfect blend between aggression and technique. Was this intentional?
We try to find what we would call a perfect blend if we can. The melodic death element is something. First off, if you listen to some of the old thrash stuff, in particular, like the fourth Sacrifice record, Apocalypse Inside, has some very like melodic death type riffing. So it's already, if you look at the later end of the original thrash wave, you find some stuff that isn't so far off from riffs you might find on like Carcass Heartwork or At the Gates or something. Yeah, the genre already pointed that way, I think, even though it didn't go the final step. And then Adam, our guitar player, has always been into just European metal, I guess. So melodic death metal, black metal, these influences have been with us since the beginning. And I think over our career, we've become better and more forward with incorporating them.
Yeah, it's an evolution of your identity as a band.
Yeah, and we have to change, because we can't give you the same record, or else we have no right to do that for you. The fans deserve better. Metal deserves better. We have to always push forward and try to make something interesting. If we don't even try to, it's a fine line to walk, because the band's called WARBRINGER. It has this big spiky logo. So we have to kick your ass. We have to thrash. It's gonna be pissed off. It's gonna mostly be really fast. So within that, we try to be as interesting as we can. Yeah. Wonderful. With that, while still keeping the core identity of the band. And so you find this record, and I think the last couple records, every song kind of leans into a different genre with thrash as the core. Every now and then we write a song that I would say isn't even really a thrash metal song, which is true of some of the original bands too.
It is.
Maybe Thing That Should Not Be is better described as a groove song than a thrash song, but it's on a thrash album, and so context matters. And so, but Through a Glass Darkly isn't really a thrash song. Better World is like it's a metal song, but and it's an epic song. But yeah, we always try. The band has this core of thrash, and we try to lean to many other styles just to make it interesting and make every song stand out.
Yeah. And the lineup of the band is being stable for the last few years.
Recently, not as much, because the lineup that recorded this record, 2 members decided not to tour it, which makes me sad. But we're here, and you can see if we've lost any ground. I wouldn't want to walk on stage with a subpar lineup. We have Chase Becker picked someone called Luke Cohen to play lead guitar for him, and nails all the solos. And we actually have Blake Anderson from Vector on drums right now. So we've managed to find suitable replacements for the live, and we'll see what we do in the future. But so while it's sad that we can't go out with all the same members that recorded the record, we have to soldier on. We have to play the shows, and we have to give you the metal.
Mark Lewis on production and Justin Schutz on mastering, both have been getting a lot of praise for really bringing the true sound of Warbringer, which was the impact on the final result of the album.
I really think Mark Lewis did a fantastic job on this. I think what he did, two things. First, when you work with this guy, because sometimes people say, "Oh, we'll fix it in post." There's none of that. It took an entire day of we had like 9 different guitar cabinets, and he checked every guitar with every head, with every single speaker, and we're like, oh, we want the bottom left speaker of this head, of this amp through that head with this guitar. And after like an entire day of what for me, a singer, was a very boring day, but the level of detail this guy had in getting the right sound to go into the input before he turns any knob was very admirable. And I think he got a really good vocal sound and performance out of me. I really liked working with him. It made me feel really good about my performance. And I think the thing that he did on this one is we have a more big sound than we've had before, and that really helps.
What's still left to do for a band like Warbringer after all these years?
I'm trying to figure that out now, because the last 3, every time when I finish Road to the Vanquish, I'm like, damn, how, I felt that was our best that time, and our most professional, my most developed as a singer and a lyricist. And I'm like, how am I going to do better? How am I going to follow that? Then we do Weapons of Tomorrow. I'm like, damn, that is a good follow-up. How am I going to follow that? And each time I have like a year where I just don't know what I'm going to do after. And then it kind of starts to collect like condensation on a glass or something, little bits of new ideas. And it's starting to happen a bit. So I'll see. I definitely want to release another record, but I don't want to release anything if we can't keep the standard of quality we have. I have a lot of pride in the quality of our work, especially our recent work. Yeah. And I want it to be that if you ever put on a Warbringer record, before you even play it that it will be good. So I want to keep that reputation and keep that strong, and I won't even put it out if I don't think it's there.
Are you already working on new songs, or just
we've been touring this whole year. So when I'm home longer, I think we're going to try to have some guys jam. We're going to try to write maybe in a different, change the way we write, change the way we work on songs, because that's what we've done before to help spark new things. You just take what you do and change stuff and see what comes out of the process. And that's kind of what we did for the last 3, and I think we're going to do it again. And it'll be a few years. It'll be a while. We've done 7 records, and so we're not in a hurry. We're going to tinker and craft this thing until we think it's good. But for now, we're just playing Wrath and Ruin live. We're trying some different songs, some new songs, and messing with the set and just trying to kill everybody live.
And finally, once again, thank you so much for being here. I really hope not to wait 11 years to have Warbringer back in Portugal. Please come back to Porto, our city. So any last words for the Portuguese fans?
We're looking forward to playing for you guys in about 2 hours. It's going to be awesome. There's a great crowd out there. Thanks for all your support and every time you listen to us right here. Thank you so much. You could be listening to any band, and you get to listen to me, and you choose to listen to me screaming at you. So I really appreciate that. Thank you much. I hope to come back soon and come thrash with us.
Malta, Warbringer no Undergrounds Voice. Nós voltamos em breve. Fiquem bem.